Hello everyone, this is Lasya, and today I am going to read to you the story Sweet and Sour from the 1996 February edition of Chandamama. A wedding was to take place in a temple in Palanpur. The bridegroom's party started from the village in 6 bullock carts. The men and women were making merry as the carts slowly wended their way. Some were singing, others were playing instruments. The cart in the rear carried food and delicacies to be served, also the servers. The chief cook, Sevaram, was mentally checking the items to find whether they had taken everything from home. What a shame! They had forgotten one item, laddus. He told one of his servants, "We cleanly forgot to bring the laddus, Raju. You do one thing. Get down here and run home to pick up the basket and run back, taking the shortcut. You can join us on the way. Make it fast. We shall give you extra 10 rupees." That was enough incentive for Raju. He jumped out of the vehicle and ran home. In no time, he picked up the basket and carrying it on his head, he ran as fast as he could, taking the shortcut and looking out for the convoy of bullock carts. There was no sign of them. Besides, he was panting. He thought there was time to rest for a brief while. He placed the basket on the ground and leaned against the basket. He was not far away from the sea coast. He was fascinated by the waves, rising high and lashing against the sandy coast. Suddenly, he saw a boat approaching the coast. There were some strangers in the boat, all clad in clothes not familiar in their village. They spoke in hushed tones and in a language he could not understand. Were they real men or could they be ghosts? Wondered Raju. One of them had a staff in his hand, and the way he swung it in his hand, he appeared to be their leader. Poor Raju was trembling in his knees. He regretted that he had agreed to the assignment because of his greed for some extra income. He caught hold of the basket and began running, but the ghost clad in black thrust his staff to prevent Raju from proceeding further. "Brother, don't run away. It'll be a shame for we Indian ghosts if we were to run away from these foreign ghosts. By the way, I'm an Indian ghost." By then, the other ghosts had got out of the boat and come near them. They asked the black one something, to which he replied in their language. Though Raju could not understand anything, he now got some confidence and asked the Indian ghost, "What were they inquiring?" "They were wondering whether you are a human being or a ghost like them," replied the black ghost. He then noticed that the other ghosts were looking this way and that as if they caught a delicate smell. "Brother, they seem to be attracted by some smell. What are you carrying in that basket?" Raju removed the cloth covering the basket, revealing the laddus inside. The ghosts now gathered round the basket and clamored for the sweetmeat. The black ghost gave them one laddu each. They all enjoyed the delicacy. One of the ghosts, looking elderly, without any hesitation, packed up the remaining laddus in the cloth that once covered the basket and went back towards their boat. The black ghost stood aghast. "They seem to love the laddus," he said apologetically. Raju could not control his anger. "That may be, but the laddus were meant for serving at a wedding reception tomorrow. If they are not served at the party, I'll lose my job." The black ghost took pity on him. He called one of the ghosts to his side and explained Raju's situation. He immediately went after the elder ghost and whispered something into his ears. They both disappeared into the boat. For some time there was no sign of them. Then they saw the younger ghost coming out of the boat and walking towards where Raju and the black ghost were standing. He was carrying the same cloth like a bundle, as if something had been tied in it. He gave it to Raju, who found it rather heavy. He untied the cloth and the sight almost blinded him. The bundle had gold coins. He heard that ghost tell something to the black ghost before he walked back to the boat. Raju asked the black ghost what it was. The coins are all for you, the ghost explained. They would come back to this very spot next full moon day, and they want you to be waiting for them with more sweet meat. The black ghost found that all others had already boarded the boat, so he rushed to join them. Raju was in a dilemma. Shouldn't he go to Palanpur and explain to the chief cook and others what happened on the way and to the laddus? Or should he get back to his village and wait for the wedding party? By the time he could come to a decision and return to his own home, it was very well past midnight. His wife opened the door. As soon as he entered their bedroom, he put down the basket and spread the cloth on the floor. The coins jingled. Raju's wife held her breath and stood like a statue. She had never seen so many gold coins in her life. He told her all that had happened. You keep all that to yourself, he cautioned her. I think we are in for a period of luck. I won't be surprised if God Almighty showers on us more of His blessings. I'm sure we will earn more wealth thanks to these ghosts. Remember next full moon day, you must prepare a lot of sweet meat. After I get more gold coins, I must start a shop. Anyway, don't tell anybody about our plans. Raju's wife readily agreed, as she too was not keen that her friends should come to know of their meeting with Dame Fortune. But women generally cannot keep secrets for long. Raju's wife, Ramya, confided in her neighbor Shalini, who in turn told her husband Shankar, who owned a sweetmeat shop. He was advised to take a basket of sweetmeat on a full moon day. If you go and meet the ghosts earlier than Raju, you will get all the gold coins. Shalini prompted him. You can come back with the basket full of coins. Shankar was a henpecked husband, so he did not have the courage to tell her that ghosts do not go about carrying gold coins. All right, he said, I shall do as you tell me. Shalini smiled. It was a mischievous smile. When you go to the sea coast, Raju should not be there, and I have a plan to ensure that Raju does not go there at all, and she disclosed the plan to him. Another 2 days to go for full moon. Shankar left home and came back the next day. He straightway went to Raju's house where he met his wife. I've just come back from your village. I had some work there. It was good that I went, and I am able to give you the news. Your mother is indisposed. It's rather serious. She has expressed a desire to see you. All the while, Shankar was watching her face. It appears they had sent someone with a message. Didn't he come and tell you? These days people are most undependable. I was fortunate to go there yesterday, he added. Shalini's plan was working, for Raju and Ramya immediately left for her village. They were quite perturbed when they left. Shalini enthusiastically packed more than one basket of sweetmeat. Ultimately, as many as 5 baskets were ready. They loaded them onto a cart and left for the sea coast. Shalini accompanied her husband when they reached the place. They sat there watching the sea and waiting for the boat. Nearing the midnight, they saw a boat approaching. Soon it landed at the sandy beach. The ghosts got down from the boat one after the other. The black ghost led them, swinging the staff in his hand. Today he was swinging it violently, as if he was furious. Shalini approached him. Where's that rascal? Thundered the ghost. She guessed who he was referring to. Raju. What to say, sir? Said Shalini pitifully. He has gone off the rock, and it's roaring like a madman. That's why we have come, bringing the sweetmeat for you. We've bought full 5 baskets. Shalini got the shock of her life. Instead of being pleased, the ghost was really angry. Who wants your sweetmeat? Take it away or dump it in the sea. Those laddus. They ate them with relish, But every one of them had stomachache and stomach upset. They've all now turned against me. I was foolish to have introduced him to them. But where's he? They've bought me to be left here. They don't want me any longer. I may have to spend the rest of my life in some corner here. But I can tell you, I won't spare him if I ever meet him. He then disappeared. Shankar was listening to this conversation. Your greed made us spend all our money in making all this sweet meat. Ultimately, what has happened? What shall we do now? We lost everything, he wailed. Whatever has happened, remarked Shalini. Now we can't go back to our village. Raju would have by now found out how we cheated on him. He won't spare us. Come, let's go to my village. Shankar then drove the cart towards her village. Thank you.